The original French summary of the council meeting is available in full length on the Radio Val d'Isère website.
Today's episode is a special edition focused on the Val d'Isère Municipal Council meeting from Monday the 5th of January. This update is aimed at residents and members of the local community who want a clearer understanding of the decisions being taken at commune level. Here are the key points. Point 1. Summer season dates 2026. One of the first decisions concerned the summer season dates for 2026. As required each year, the council voted on the opening and closing dates proposed by Val d'Isère Tourisme and the Lift Company. The summer season will run from the 4th of July to the 30th of August. There was discussion about whether parts of the resort could open earlier, particularly around the opening of the Col de l'Iseran. The mayor explained that some activities already open earlier for residents, but that a full early opening remains complex. The dates were approved. Point 2. Communication awards and expenses. The council approved reimbursement of travel expenses for a councillor who attended the Trophées de la Communication Awards in Nantes. The amount reimbursed was €252.75. This led to debate about representation and costs. In response, it was explained that the event helped highlight the work of municipal teams. Point 3. Housing for resort workers. The council approved the symbolic €1 acquisition of 3 small land parcels from Sacco Val. This land is required for the Les Surs housing project, aimed at providing accommodation for people working in the resort. The acquisition allows the project to move forward. Point 4. Balconies and overhanging structures. A new fixed charge was approved for balconies and roof overhangs extending over public or municipal land. The fee is set at €250 per square metre, with each square metre started being fully charged. It was clarified that the charge applies to the surface projected over public land, regardless of how many levels are stacked above. Point 5. A fuss building project. One of the most significant agenda items was the a fuss building project on the central snowfront. The council approved submission of the planning application for this multi-use public building. The project includes underground parking, facilities for the Club des Sports and the Lift Company, a multi-purpose hall, a restaurant, co-working spaces, community areas, and a heritage space linked to the history of Val d'Isère. Financing will come from borrowing, operational savings, land sales, and possible subsidies. Demolition is now planned for September. The vote passed with 1 vote against and 2 abstentions. Point 6. Budgets and municipal finances. Several budget adjustments were approved. The subsidy to balance the parking budget was set at just over €600,000, down from last year. The subsidy for cultural and sports facilities was approved at just over €2.5 million, also slightly reduced. The main municipal budget for 2026 was adopted with no increase in local tax rates and no new borrowing planned. Planned investments total just over €10 million and include a fuss, Val Village redevelopment, mountain bike infrastructure, the gendarmerie programme, and cultural heritage works. 3 councillors voted against the budget. Point 7. Energy renovation project abandoned. The council voted to abandon a planned energy renovation programme for public buildings. Studies showed the investment would take more than 60 years to pay back, which was considered incompatible with responsible financial management. Unused funds will be cancelled and reallocated to other priorities. Point 8. Staffing, facilities and services. The council approved creation of a permanent full-time public lighting electrician role. New baby swimming classes were approved at the Aquasport Centre from next season. New ice rink privatisation rates were also approved for the 2025 to 2026 season, with limits during school holidays. Point 9. Associations, social support and schools. Subsidies were approved for local associations, including Vivaldi's. The Communal Social Action Centre CCAS will receive €200,000 to fund housing support, social assistance, meal delivery and services for families and seniors. Agreements were approved for shared use of school buildings by after-school services. Point 10. Safety Concerns After Crans-Montana. The meeting concluded with a serious discussion following the Crans-Montana tragedy. Several councillors warned that some festive bars operate like nightclubs without equivalent safety regulations. The mayor confirmed that these concerns will be formally raised with the prefecture. Point 11. What's next? Brief reference was made to the French Alps 2030 Olympic project, with confirmation that Val d'Isère remains involved. The next municipal council meeting will take place on the 2nd of February at 8:30 in the morning at the Maison Marcel Charvin. That's our detailed council update. If you live or work in Val d'Isère and want to stay informed about local decisions that affect daily life here, you'll find more updates like this regularly on our YouTube channel, Val d'Isère Online. Thanks for listening and see you soon.